Hi guys, it's Jackie. Today I want to talk about movies that will ruin the sleepover. The movies that you pick at a sleepover, I feel like have to be picked very carefully. You have to kind of be a bit of a curator. You have to have good taste. I mean, you don't have to have good taste. You could just show your friends whatever movies, but then that's how you'll end up on videos like this, watching movies that will ruin the sleepover. These are movies that I watched on my own, but when I was done watching them, I was like, oh my god, like I didn't enjoy that so much that like I can't even imagine watching it, putting this on for friends, and then the shame I would feel after that I showed them these movies. A movie can ruin the sleepover in many different ways. There are many different bad vibes you can get from movies, but these are movies that I watched that I was like, oh my god, especially at a sleepover, these would be so bad. The first one is a movie called Funny Games. There's the original German movie that I believe is from the 70s, and then there is an American version with, I think, Naomi Campbell. Only seen the original German. That one is rough, dude. Like, real rough. Emotionally. Nothing that happens is too hard to watch. Well, it was kind of hard to watch, but it is mostly just very bad vibes. Spoilers, it is bleak the entire way through. From start to finish, there is not a single glimmer of a good thing, of hope, nothing. There's some cheekiness, there's some fourth wall breaking that happens between the characters and the audience, but it is not anything pleasant. It's not anything that makes you think, oh, maybe things can be saved after all. No, quite the opposite. From start to finish, it is absolutely wretched. And what happens is a family is on vacation. Two friends introduce themselves into their home with the originally unobtrusive ask of just, can we borrow some eggs? And from there, you would be amazed just how much things can spiral and get bad from there. Like, things just turn so terrible from the simple request to borrow some eggs. And the way that it happens and the tormentors break the family down is honestly really a thing to see, but it's not a fun thing to see. They start by weaponizing politeness and courtesy until they have worn their welcome out, and then from there they just get very comfortable, act very polite about their tormenting and evil tactics, and they act like they are absolutely in the right to do everything that they want because they are so polite and well-mannered. It is honestly an extremely unpleasant movie. These people are just, it's called Funny Games because they're just playing games with them the entire time that have to do with courtesy and etiquette. It's all a play on being polite and how they believe that they are being polite no matter what they're doing, and the effect that this has on the family and how they react to them and their tactics. It's honestly very interesting, but also extremely unpleasant and bad vibes. Do not show this to your friends at a sleepover, okay? Unless you're like, hey, this movie really sucks. It's really depressing and like, it's gonna make you feel bad, man. Are you down? And then they say yes. Don't show it to them still. Don't show it to them. You can watch this movie together, but not at a sleepover. That's what this video is about. Certain movies should not be shown at a sleepover. If my friend showed me this movie at a sleepover, I'm not sure how I would feel afterwards. I'm not sure if I would want to continue having sleepovers with that friend. The next movie is called Good Boy. This is not the movie that follows the dog and the dog is the hero of the movie. This is a different movie. I don't remember what year it was released, but it is foul, wretched, vile. I really wish, honestly, that as soon as I was done, I hadn't watched it. It was just so negative, so awful. Like, the vibes were just absolutely terrible. This movie starts off with a man meeting with a woman for a date, and at first she appears very unappealing to him because she is late, she is in college, but she doesn't exactly know what she's doing, she has picked a course path that is very important, but her heart's not really in it, so he feels that she is a little careless maybe, that she takes things on without enough thought put into them. But this turns out to be a complete... She's framed like this at first so that we do not suspect him. He is one of the worst people alive. He spins her into his web until she cannot get free, and by the time she realizes what is going on, it is way too late. It is way too late. She meets him, and when she goes over to his house, she sees that he has a person dressed in a dog costume. This is his dog. And she obviously is very concerned with this. She's like, why is he wearing a dog costume, eating his food off of the floor, and acting like a dog? She's like, no, this is obviously messed up. And he gaslights her into thinking that it's normal and that she is not progressive and not very accepting of radical ideas. He's like, yeah, my friend chooses to live his life like this and you're gonna judge him? This is what he wants. I'm just doing what he wants. That's not the case. Obviously, this man is being held against his will, tortured into acting like a dog and never breaking outside of his orders, or he will be punished severely. The punishment that he has for him when he dares to step outside of his role as a dog is something to see. Something that you don't want your friend to see at a sleepover. No. This movie is so just vile and bad vibes that, like, honestly, I regretted watching it. Like, if I could choose to unwatch this movie, I would. Just because it was so unpleasant. Just so unpleasant. The next movie is called The Feast. Now, this movie is also foul. Just absolutely foul. It is a comedy, though, and I did not know that going in, so I had a terrible time. Absolutely terrible time. I did not read the vibes of this movie correctly. I thought this was going to be a straightforward, scary movie, creature feature with a violent monster. That is not what I got. This movie is so, like, tongue-in-cheek, but also not clever and just totally over the top and, like, cheesy. I think that's what some people like about it, but I absolutely do not like it, did not enjoy it, didn't even finish it. Couldn't even finish it for funsies. It was just so ugh. There is a ragtag group of people that become trapped in a bar because of an alien invasion, and it is not safe to go outside. One of the people tells them what they're up against and what they will be facing if they try to go outside. And nobody believes them, of course, until they hit the bar and they have a problem with the monsters invading and trying to get inside. This movie was actually produced by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. So I thought if it was not going to be really good, it would at least be funny, but it wasn't even funny. It wasn't. I wish it was. I so wish it was. They were probably just having a great time. Like, whatever their involvement level was with this movie, they were just probably having a great time, just like cackling and laughing over what this turned out to be. And I wish that was me. I wish that was me with it, but it's not. So basically the people are the feast for the aliens, and the jokes are gross, the movie is gross. It is intentionally full of just absolutely disgusting scenes just to push it. Green goop and mess, and I don't even remember why it's there or how it happened, just that it happened, and it was so disgusting, and not in a fun way. Not at all, just in a why am I watching this kind of way. Honestly, it's so absurd that maybe if you watch this one with your friend, maybe you would have a good time. I don't know, but I don't think that I would. I think it would make it even worse. Like, why am I showing this to somebody? The aliens are very, like, hyped up to be dangerous, but also super not serious. They're very small, at least the initial ones they come across are. They do certain things like attach themselves to people's faces and move in a certain way. It was terrible. I couldn't even finish it. Just awful. The next movie is called Excision, which is actually an excellent movie. Such a good movie. 4 5-star movie. I adore it, but you don't want to watch this at a sleepover. You might want to show this to your friend, but not at a sleepover. Okay, this one is really different from the rest of them. This one has a very different vibe from the rest of them, but the overall result is still the same feeling. It is kind of bleak, but it's also very cheeky and very funny, genuinely funny. But it is very negative, very heavy. It does cover some heavy topics, like the main character's sister has cancer, and she is affected in the outcome of this movie. She doesn't escape her sister's clutches. Her sister has a lot of problems. A lot of problems. This movie is fascinating because it's kind of just like watching a wound slowly become infected. Things are bad and they just get worse and worse and worse, and there is no help, and any outside influences that try to step in or help make it worse. And it's just like a collision course towards disaster. Absolute disaster. It is such a good movie and I love it, but I would not show this to someone at a sleepover. They'd be like, girl, you are crazy. They'd be like, this is the kind of thing you watch before bed? Like, you are crazy. But it is a fantastic movie, and this is the only one that I actually highly recommend. But basically, the main character is obsessed with surgery and medical procedures, and she says that she wants to become a surgeon, but she is not in any type of training or extracurriculars that would help with surgery. It's more just an unhealthy obsession of hers and something she pursues on her own, however she can. In whatever ways are accessible to her, and the things that she slowly gets into are quite messed up. The places that her obsession take her, very messed up, quite. So she would not be good as a standard surgeon. Her interests are a little more deviated than that and maybe just originate there. But she is a fascinating main character to watch, and the events that unravel and just become worse and worse are so interesting. Not a good movie before bed or at a sleepover. Doesn't match the vibe at all, doesn't fit at all. If you showed your friend this while you were like painting your nails and toenails, maybe looking at some magazines, they would be like, girl, are you okay? Like, really, are you okay? Those are all the movies that I have right now that I think would truly ruin a sleepover. You can watch all kinds of movies at a sleepover, whatever you want, really. You have to be very careful with the vibe that you choose, and the movie that you do choose, you have to show it with your whole chest. You have to stand behind the movie you chose. So do not choose vile and wretched and foul movies to show your friends. Please, even if they're not fun, super happy movies, don't show them these terrible negative movies. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed hearing about these weird movies. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!